What's up, everyone? Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue, back for another awesome, exciting video today. We've got lots going on. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, but we're going to go ahead with the September update. See what's going on, what kind of projects we have to look forward to. Anything that's come in, just get a rundown of what's going on around here. So first and foremost, you guys are probably wondering about what's going on with these tanks. We'll get to that later, but first we're going to jump in with some fishy news. For one, we have some rays over here that I think have a good chance at being pregnant. One in specific is that girl right there. I have been eyeing her up and watching her. I think she's going to be the next one to have pups for us. She already looks very, very large on the back, and a few other honorable mentions. This girl here, and she's been getting tore up, and so has she. So actually last night I was in here, and this girl was actually surfing up at the top. She's a little big for the male to flip over, but when she's up at the top of the water like this, fluttering, playing it in the bubbles and the current, the male can just come right up, flip over, and get the job done, you know? So how awesome is that? And remind you, this is our Bose Mamani Designer Super Spot Hybrid. And she actually has that bat ray gene on her, so she has the recessive gene with the little missing part of her disc. So if we get her to breed, it is possible that the babies can come out with more of that bat ray gene, and that'll be pretty awesome. Got the armadas looking pretty great in here. So far, so good on the decorations being pushed up against the back wall. It'll be a little bit better once I get some boulders and stuff in there, some small, 12, 15-inch rocks. And they won't be able to move them. I actually have them. I just have to bring them over to the rescue. And before we look away from this tank, I just want to have a little appreciation for this girl right here. She was something that's just been developing over the years, and my God, is she turning into an absolute stunner. So she is a black base ray, so you can see her disc is actually black, but she's got all this Thousand Island spotting. So she is a BD Designer Hybrid, and she just looks magnificent. This ray is hot stuff, let me tell you. I can't wait to get her breeding and see what kind of pups that we can get from her. Have a super cool looking dad. I think we'd be in there. So we got our designer rays here, and we're not going to try and make our own line. So once they breed, you won't find nothing else like it, We've been growing this girl out for quite some time, and she is a beauty. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the rays. We've got the Peruvian sharks are doing well in here, although they're a little bit getting on the grumpy side. I might have to pull them out of here if they don't play nice with that lungfish. You can see a few little nips on his tail. And so I'm monitoring that closely. The phantom back there is doing great. He's growing. This tank has really started to develop as well. Everyone's getting big, doing great. We've got Big Mama over here that just gave birth. She is back in action. So she's all healed up. Looks great once again. Decoration's also doing well against the back wall. I just want to get some more in there to finish off the look. Same idea with the boulders holding the wood in place. Ray's got the whole front of the tank to, peruse and swim around. African arowana is doing amazing in this tank as well. And he just cleans up the scraps after the stingrays. Same thing with that Terashuki cat back there. As you guys can see, I've been a little bit busy, so you got a little biofilm on the glass here. I'll have a tank cleaning day here soon. I've had to stop doing community service, cleaning our tanks. For one, there goes a scratch there. my biggest concern is I only had them do glass tanks. And if you guys look right here, here is scratches in the glass on the 3000. That's not from me. That is from, you know, community service not paying attention, obviously getting a piece of gravel or a shard of something in there and actually scratched this glass. So all community service, we've had to stop, and they are no longer allowed to clean tanks. So, you know, their job kind of got a little bit harder. So now they're doing, you know, the work that's kind of foolproof, and it cannot be messed up. We really have to be able to preserve our tanks so they can look nice and last as long as we possibly can. Okay, it's that time of year before it gets too cold. You want to run through and make sure your heater is working. Actually just had to go through where this pressure switch goes up to the fan. It was all caked in there, so it wasn't activating the pressure switch, so it wasn't able to kick the furnace on. So I got that all fixed. You always want to make sure these flame rollout switches are working too. Those are the most common failures of these furnaces that I see. And this is actually what heats our entire fish room during the winter time. So you guys remember, we don't have heaters in any of these tanks whatsoever. None of these are heated. We heat the room in here, heat the water out in the monster pond room. Okay, in the midst of this, we just got some fish that are being dropped off. Got 2 huge catfish, some cichlids over here. I'm going to go ahead and take some fish out of quarantine to clear out some room. And then we'll go ahead and put these guys up and in. So let me move some lids, and we'll start moving these guys out. All right, guys, I'm going to move this giraffe first. We already moved a couple fish out of here earlier in the week. They went out to the pond. We forgot to even film any of that, but that was that big shark that was in here. Now I've got this guy. He's next, but he's going in the 4400. He's just a big boy. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, big guy. Enjoy your fresh, new, big home. Look at you.
And keep my gravel clean, buddy.
All right, let's go get some more. Oh, got him.
What'd you get?
A while ago. Oh.
The Wallago Leary.
Oh! Now we're going to have to watch him closely for him to be fighting with the other Wallago in here. Already making introductions. If I have to split them up, I will. But I'm hoping that they'll play nice together. Stop him from jumping. That's my biggest concern here. Got him. Trying to help you, bud. There we go. He's now the smallest arrow in here.
You went from being the biggest guy to the smallest arrow. My goodness.
All right, let's go. Almost there. There you go. Look at him. Okay, so fish are in. Let's get a look at them real quick. There goes that red tail hybrid sailfin marble. He's settled in nice. Now we're going to go in here, see the rest of them, and then we can go ahead and talk about that idea we were discussing earlier of the plans with the tanks, because we got them drawn up pretty much. There we go. Where's the giraffe cat? Where's he at? There he is. All settled in. There's the new arowana up there, doing great. Now the Wallagoes. There you go. There's Wallago number 1, and there's number 2 behind the log right there. All doing great. The patches seem to be holding on this tank fit fairly well. It's being contained right there, but we're working on the plan. So we're actually going to bring this tank out another 1.5 feet. So it'll be a 1.5 feet longer. We're going to reuse this panel here. Then it'll be a steel 2-inch by 2-inch tube frame, cage, all welded together. Then the inside be 1/4-inch steel plates, and then a piece of angle iron on the bottom for the glass to sit on. And then bam, it'll come out towards the front and glue right to it with some silicone. So basically we'll get the shell of a tank, and then we'll have to epoxy coat it and then glue it, drill out for our bulkheads and stuff. And then for the top brace, so right here we have about 40-inch bays now. We're going to want to put this tank on top of it. So we're going to have one on the end, come in about 30 inches, have a bar connecting it and a bar in the middle, bar on the end. And that tank can actually sit on the end like it was a metal stand for this 6-foot by 30-inch tank. Do one there if we have a matching tank for it. And then 40-inch bays in the middle, or we'll just split the difference, whatever that might be. It might be 42 inches or something like that. So that's tank number 1 right there. And then this one down the middle. My dad's going to work on getting this reef tank transferred over to that 180 gallon. It's all good to go. So we're going to get this tank out of our way. Then we got to move the dog bone. And then we move this tank. Bam, it's gone, it's out of there. Now what we're wanting to do is 21.5 feet long. So it's going to go from that tank all the way over to here, 21.5 foot. 52 inches wide, which this dog bone right now is 56. That is 48. So it'll be in between these two tanks, and it'll be the whole length, and it'll be 52 inches tall. We're then going to buy 2 matching panels for the front, and then we're going to go ahead and install them on the front. But then we have each end. We can get 2 smaller, like 3-foot panels, and install them on each end. To where if we move this place to, a bigger warehouse, we can then have this tank viewed from 3 sides. It would be 21.5 by 52 by 52. Again, same concept as that. Steel frame, 1/4-inch steel walls. I think that'll be awesome. And we're waiting on the quote to come back a little more precise for the tank builds and all the fabrication work. That'll be pretty awesome, don't you think? So things are moving here. We are, moving forward with everything that we want. So we're just trying to make it happen, step by step, piece by piece. First step, let's get this moved. Let's get that dog bone moved. And then it's coming down to, we have tanks being delivered. We got to then get them in. So that means we're going to have to take down that 80 gallon. We're going to have to open up them doors. We're going to have to move everything out of the way that we need to move. So it's not going to be an easy task, but it will happen whenever that happens. And for those of you that have donated to the GoFundMe, we appreciate you so much. We are just about at the 3,000 mark as far as contributions go. And we're really going to make this thing happen. This is moving forward. And man, oh man, it is going to be an awesome upgrade for OFR, for all these fish. The legacy is getting finished day by day. Bunch of these fish will be going up there, and that'll be a huge relief off our back. Hopefully this tank can hold out till then. But man, oh man, wood on the ground, not a great idea. We knew since day one, or a month after we had it, we knew that we had messed up. We should have put it on a stand. We should have fiberglassed the entire inside. We should have done this. We should have done that. Well, the simple fact is we did not do it. It was our first time building the tank, so we did what we thought what was best, and now we are here going through version 2.0. So we got 7 years out of this tank. That is all we could have asked for. And we will continue on. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishy, my friends.